Hey everybody, it's episode 4. It's episode 4 of Black Sails, season 2. It's been a while since I've done this, so bear with me while I think back into my brain. We left it on a cliffhanger with Flint on his man-of-war ship. Is that what it's called? And he's pointing it at the fort. Vane is there looking out, going, "What's all this?" And they're going to have a standoff. Flint wants Vane out of there. He wants support for his mission to get the Urca, get all the gold. And Vane right now, I don't know if he wants to stay there. Like, he has this girl who we can trade for like a ransom or a reward or ransom. Let's say ransom. That he got from Lowe's ship. And he killed Lowe last episode. I thought Lowe would be around for like a whole season. I thought he'd be like a new major source of complication for everybody. But no, Vane just killed him. But yeah, he has money in the form of that girl. He just has to get her back to her father. So maybe all this can be worked out without... Or maybe not. I guess we'll find out. In Jack news, Jack got his reputation back. Max convinced Vane to lift his curse. So Vane met up with Jack, sat with him, had a drink with him, gave him an embrace in front, very publicly. Jack has his name back. They've got a bit of a crew. And the trio, Anne worked out a solution for the trio as well, those three. Just get them all to sleep together. So, we'll see how long that lasts. And if there's any other complications. There's other stuff going on, but I guess we'll just get into the episode and deal with all that other stuff as it comes up. I'm excited to get started, so let's not waste any more time. Oh, and subscribe. No, I'll wait till the end. I'll say that at the end as well, so people will be sick of me and be like, twice? Getting people to subscribe twice, what do you like? What do you like? What do you like? It's a very piratey move, you know? Sneaky. I find it funny that Michael Bay is one of the executive producers. Expecting like Transformers to appear and explode everything. Oh, it's the girl. I was like, who is this? She's been sedated and she's just I think she's been sedated since Lowe had her. So she has no idea where she is. I wonder if she'll become a character or if they're just gonna treat her as... Ugh. As cargo. It looks like they're gonna treat her as a character since they, they have this opening scene dedicated to her.
If you fail to meet these demands, I will respond swiftly and definitively. And as I currently sit fully outside your means of retaliation, this response will continue unabated.
So the ship has more range than the fort, which is bad design by the fort people.
We have no guns that can reach his position. Flint knew exactly where to sit to take advantage.
Yeah. It's a beautiful shot there.
Find out how close I can get.
Maybe you could swim out there, check out the lookout, do the old reversal.
Tell me right now you had nothing to do with this.
Charles, look at me. I had no idea that Flint would be so fucking reckless as to threaten the fort itself. I know.
I may not be able to hit his ship, but I can hit the rest of them. I can turn that whole goddamn bay into a graveyard.
You won't.
At this point, there's no limit to the damage we can inflict.
How long to rebuild?
A few months.
10 weeks before the batteries are restored. Twice that to resecure the
That means they're vulnerable for that amount of time.
A short window that coincides with a British warship sitting at anchor 40 miles from here. We'll just have to keep our fingers crossed for a while then, won't we? But we'd be fools to ignore the catastrophic risks that lie down this road.
I have committed men and resources to aid you in retrieving...
This guy just wants his chair back.
If the sun rises tomorrow and Vane has not ceded to our demands, then what will you do?
This reminds me of another Michael Bay film, The Rock. Who's bluffing and who isn't? These two got together
To see you right away.
in the last episode.
It's all right. It has nothing to do with you and I.
I just told him we were okay. He's fine with it.
He'll be arriving in less than 2 hours. Lord Alfred Hamilton. My father.
Oh, shit.
When my father arrives, I intend to propose something to him which could be very dangerous politically. I want you to try to talk me out of it.
These three? Those two are so awkward together.
Flint sailing a Spanish warship.
Wait, does he have it?
Does he have what?
Did Flint get the Urca gold?
I don't know.
It's important to know. Jack's thinking. Yeah, kick it, dude.
Hold there!
Fuck are you doing?
That warship is fully outside our field of fire. Must she provide us valuable leverage? Make sure Flint knows the moment he fires those guns,
Yep.
her body gets dumped over the wall.
Well,
You have questions about my loyalties?
don't use her in front of Vane.
Discovery? Challenge me. Fight me. Or shut the fuck up about it.
Okay. A little bit of a diplomatic mission. Out to the boat. Let's talk it out. Okay.
Miss Guthrie.
I like that he stood for
Captain
it.
Vane has issued a reply to your ultimatum.
Doesn't sound good.
Give us the room.
I have as much...
Now, please.
I have as much right to hear it as anyone. What does it say?
You must ask yourselves who represents the greater threat to your interests. My men in this fort, or the madman on the water?
What is it you wish to accomplish here?
To see him removed from the fort.
And this is a stupid fucking way of going about it. You move this ship. You allow him to save face on this score. And then you and he and I sit down at a table and we sort it out.
Helena,
I kind of agree with her.
if you think that he will hear reason,
With you holding a gun to his head.
then I suggest you talk to him. Because one way or another, he is leaving that fort. And right now, my way is the only way that I can be certain of that.
It's not really a gun to his head, it's more like 50 cannons. Big time conversation coming? Can I have some food without any worms in it or maggots, please?
My name is Charles Vane, and you are now my guest. As such, no harm will come to you as long as you do exactly as I say.
How about food poisoning?
The other one.
Low. He was a bit of
Captain
a dick.
Lowe. Cut his head off.
Good.
Your father is Lord Peter Ash, Governor. Are you close with him?
You're asking if he loves me.
Correct.
He'll pay you what you ask.
That's good enough. It didn't answer the question, but it's good enough.
Your ransom, should your father ever wish to see you alive again,
How much?
is £250,000.
Yikes.
Then, if I sense a trap or my demands are unmet,
Zit.
I'll kill you and throw your body into the bay.
Fair. He has a soft spot for her. I'm basing this on nothing, but weighing up his character, weighing up the way she's been speaking. I'm not. I've made mistakes in the past when it comes to judging people on first sight, but she'll be fine.
They have pledged their services to Captain Vane to defend the fort and to discourage any move against it.
I'll get to the beach, appeal directly to the crews. You can stop anyone else from going up there, we can keep this from getting out of hand.
Silver, do you want to weigh in? You have a slippery mind.
Sorry, are you asking my opinion? Oh,
They're afraid?
I suppose one could argue that it's simple fear. their fear of losing the fort being greater than their fear of Vane remaining in it.
Better the devil you know.
So you think that they see me as the villain in this particular story?
I think that would explain their decision. Yes.
What do you think?
His position hasn't
You
changed.
see me as the villain here?
He's a means to end.
I see you as the agent most likely of securing my share of the gold on that beach.
Exactly what I said.
As long as that
but in
remains true, I
longer
am not
words.
bothered in the. What do you think about it?
Oh, don't get him to think about himself. He'll go crazy. He has no good feelings about that. Flashback time.
Addition to procure supplies and to ferry. I understand that's the expected proposal, the safest one, but it's not the one I would like to make.
Here we go.
That we don't hang the pirates. That we pardon them.
I'm sorry, what was that?
What?
I want to pardon.
How many?
All of them.
If you propose this to your father, he will almost certainly distance himself from it and most likely from you.
From you.
Now,
He'll
I
be
only know what I've
disappointed
heard
in
of your
you.
father, but if half of what I've heard is true, he's not a man one wants as an enemy. But as your friend, I suggest you forget you ever thought of it.
They came through the gate like locusts, Vane and his men. Brothers of mine being hacked to pieces.
Thank you. Lovely performance.
He's the best person to have on your side. Him and Jack.
Fuck's going on in there?
Pulled a man out of the water. You're a walrus man, aren't you?
Sorry, what are you talking about?
Walrus doesn't
He's one of yours.
exist anymore. Oh, it's Billy. This could change things. Give him some water, would you? No, is he being, like, brainwashed? Planted? What's the deal?
The only one who can stop this is Flint. I'll just have to find someone to convince him. He won't listen to me.
Who else?
But perhaps he would listen to an appeal from you.
I don't know about that. They've been on
I
rocky
appreciate your frustration.
terrain recently.
What you ask is simply impossible.
You don't give a shit about the rest of us, fine. But
What?
Flint, don't you care enough about him to at least try to stop him from doing this?
You who have enabled him, encouraged his violence. You ask if I care about him. Get out of my house.
Yep. That makes sense. Eleanor's been the one in cahoots with him, encouraging his plans, while she's been trying to get him to back away, and Max and Jack. Jack and Max.
Did you know? Before she opened the door.
Nope.
No, I didn't know.
What is happening here? The three of us. It is only temporary. A state of denial until she finally makes a choice.
A choice between
Ticking.
you and I.
Ticking clock. Don't like that.
Anne and I have been by each other's side since she was 13 years old. You've shared a bed with her for a week.
You'd be amazed what can change in a week in my bed.
This town, been a regular for months now.
The navigator on the Colonial Dawn.
She's getting more airtime.
Finest, he's looking to move. Said in all likelihood a lot of those men would follow him wherever he went.
And we have a plan to sway him and his men to our camp.
I'm going to fuck the living shit out of him.
Mon Dieu, Idel,
Good plan.
parole. You cannot just fuck him. You must seduce him.
No, make him fall for you.
We're doing wrong. He can't be on the ship right now. The captain is holding things together with both hands.
Could we clean him up a bit?
This made it home.
Remember me, your good buddy, Silver?
Get Gates.
That might be a problem. Yeah, I'll just go. He's in the toilet.
Been in there going on 3 hours.
She thinks she can do it.
Really making a
Swim him
connection?
our way.
I think I have underestimated my last haul for a while, given the week I've been having.
I've put a lot of bodies in the ground for you, haven't I?
Excuse me?
What?
I don't think the night you had last night comes even close to something to bitch about.
Oh,
I
okay.
know you know this is significantly more complicated than the
I know she's dangerous. And it ain't hard to imagine her intent is to play us off one against the other. But I'm asking you to do this for me. I'm asking you to watch my back on the other side of that door.
Good. Good. I like hearing that. He shouldn't be insecure about it until he has reason to be. As long as they're still talking like this, they're fine. And Max should just be chill. There's no reason to get in between them. She's got it made right now. Just keep it going.
That he has joined a new crew. Your crew. In addition to these new recruits, you would be granted command of their ship as well.
What's the catch?
Congratulations, Captain.
Waiting for the other shoe to drop. Hey, she took off her hat.
A few more men on rough terrain and fighting an entrenched enemy. I think it's safe to assume that casualties will number 70 on our side.
I don't like this plan. Different approach, please.
Father, how was your travel from the country?
He looks friendly.
Wet. What about the pirate raiders of Nassau?
How would you feel about pardoning them? All of them.
I want to put them to work. Building, smithing, fishing.
Farming.
What are you talking about, Thomas?
I intend to secure them pardons.
He's just lost his appetite.
Lieutenant, am I right to assume that a proposal such as this would
Don't look at him, talk to me.
Woo! Father-son issues.
Thomas, if I were a rival of this family, I would be shouting from the rooftops that any man who proposes to pardon a traitor in times such as these is himself a traitor.
Father will not forgive your sins.
I don't want to hear it!
I know you don't.
It's a good thing the table's long. At least he had the courage to bring it up to his father, knowing he would have this reaction.
Am I to assume by your silence that you're in agreement with this proposal?
The lieutenant has dutifully expressed his reservations.
Madam, I would ask that you keep both your mouth and your legs firmly shut.
I support it.
Oh my God.
I find his intent to be good and true, and I find yours wanting, sir.
Ooh. Well now.
And now I think it's time you left, sir.
He stood by Thomas. That's nice. Good day, sir. Good day.
Did you just ask my father to leave his own house?
People can say what they like about you, but you're a good man. More people should say that, and someone should be willing to defend it.
Talk is it was all in service of stealing a young girl intended to be ransomed to her father.
Oh, everybody knows about that, do
the governor
they?
of the Carolina colony.
Lord Ash.
That's the one.
Peter Ash, is it not?
Correct.
I am committed to this end. But it is a long road, and I will need your help to see it through.
Nope, he's leaving. He's like, peace out. Good day, sir. What about this guy? Traitor. Traitor. They'll lose half the room.
How can I help?
Yay, they got one person.
Lieutenant McGraw? My good friend, Lord Peter Ash.
You're as invested in the future of this place as any. What would you do?
Not this.
I fear that to take that fort will be to divide this island in the most dangerous way. To force men to take sides against each other at a time when our very survival demands the very opposite.
Yeah, we need to join together somehow.
If it were me facing this decision, I would ensure that we all live to see the sunrise again tomorrow.
Okay. He's sort of where I am on all this. But what do we do? What is the resolution? Is Flint going to just give up his position right here on the boat and risk it not working out?
What say you, Captain?
Hornigold just wants to... Well, we know what he wants. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Fire.
Ooh! Okay. Nice speech, Scott, but fire. Good subversion of my expectations there. I like that. So we've sort of moved the needle from the cliffhanger of the last episode, where the ship was like there, to fire. Not too much to talk about this episode. We had a lot of flashback with Thomas and his father. Thomas's plan to, he wants to pardon all the pirates and get them to work on the land and generate money that way, keep the economy and the culture and the peace, and, you know, turn it into something from a chaotic every man for himself thing to a more, you know, shared experience, communal thing. Or something like that. His father's like, no, anybody who pardons someone, a traitor, is a traitor themselves. And Flint McGraw, he stands up and he's like, sir, respectfully, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of your house. On island, Max and Jack doing their dance around each other. Every pair speaking to each other. Moves being made, but at the moment they're still loosely coupled. Jack's getting more of a crew together. It's sort of working out, but there's an undercurrent of distrust and feeling that Max is trying to drive Jack and Anne apart. But everybody's sort of aware of everything, so I don't know how that's going to happen, if it's going to happen, and if I want it to happen. I don't want it to happen. I say keep them all together. Vane had a little chat with Abigail Ash. She's not having very healthy meals, and Billy appears. Didn't say much. I think he asked for Gates. Nobody seems to be giving him any water or cleaning his face. He just has sand everywhere. They should be taking a little bit better care of him. We don't know what's happened between when we saw him on that beach with the dude who was torturing him and now. But we do know it wasn't anything good. I also can't remember that dude and if he was somebody important. But it doesn't matter that I don't remember. The story will play on anyway, and it'll make sense. Silver was sent to the beach to find out information, win hearts and minds, you know, scurry out truths. Who better to do that? Yeah, and just a lot of jockeying and arguing and convincing, and people telling other people, giving them advice, people not listening to advice, people... it's as much of a filler episode as you can get without being boring. That's what I think. I was interested in every scene, and nothing much happened, but he just said fire, so... I expect at least one shot to be fired in the next episode. But it is interesting because Venus wasn't going to back down because it would seem weak if he gave in to Flint. Flint doesn't want to give up his position because it's the only strong position he has. It's the only position where he has control. And if he gives that up, he's no longer sure that he's going to get what he needs to go back and get the Urca. Meanwhile, back on that beach, I could have picked up all that gold by now and swam back to Spain with it. This is maybe a slight exaggeration, but it was also interesting hearing the conversation about, you know, the ship could, when it fires on the fort, it could cause so much damage that it'll take months to repair, and in that time the Spanish, the English, anybody could come, take the island, and they're all screwed. So, what will happen next? I don't know, but I'll know soon, because I intend to watch the next one. You can't not watch the next one when the final word in the episode is fire. Have you seen Star Trek The Next Generation? Gotta watch the next one. So that's it for now, and I will see you in a few minutes, and you will see me, I don't know, whenever you see me. Say hello if you bump into me. Yeah.